Hi everyone, my name is Lolo and welcome to Carbuncle's Corner. Today for Group D we have LAO versus Bemo? One of those I'm sure. Looks like we've got GTR into Key from LAO and GTR into Reds from Bemo. I'm gonna have to make a decision on how to pronounce your name real quick. I'm gonna say Bemo. If I'm wrong, well, just yell at me. Oh, ooh. LAO's chain kind of blew up there, but it was really unexpected, and Bemo doesn't have anything for that, because those purples cut there. Oh, I just realized it's Ragnus Schezo. I love Mado Saturn. Nobody talks about Mado Saturn, but I love it. Interesting choice from LAO there to put the reds on the purple there. Meanwhile, Bemo's chain is a bit more understandable. But, yep, struggling with the accessing the trigger there. Alright, opting to do it that way. Meanwhile, LAO is setting off the chain. I don't think... Yep. Because it didn't connect. But Bemo was too caught up trying to figure out how to make their colors work. That's the difficult thing about Puyo, is in order to play well, you have to not think, or look like you're not thinking. There's definitely an all clear. And once again, absolutely would have missed it and not been able to handle it. Very nice. It's gonna flood LAO's board, and now they're building up really high on column 3, which is super dangerous. So, Bemo, if you wanna... Okay. Gotta give them a little poke sooner rather than later. What are we doing? Oh, we're making a big chain, huh? But LAO's got a big chain. Ooh, ooh! Very good timing for both of you. That's gonna be enough. Very well played from Bemo. Sorry for the silence. I'm just locked in watching this. Ooh, that's rough. Then again, could turn the reds into an extension, but oh no, Bemo, you're freaking it. Oh, yeah, that's a good 3 chain, forcing LAO to set off everything. Now just yeah. All right, that's a full 8 chain from Bemo. Meanwhile, LAO was too intimidated by the chain being set off, too busy watching rather than building. It's a bad habit. It's hard to break though, especially because if you're watching people build and you want to know so you can get better, it's not easy. Interesting building from LAO there. Meanwhile, Bemo is struggling with the yellows, trying to get it to... Ooh! How scary. Oh, I see the vision, Bemo. Or not. That's fine. I mean, it's close. Ooh, that's like crazy gonna explode, and LAO doesn't have resources. Very, very explosive chains here. People putting colors on top of their tails, making it all explode. I mean, honestly, it's not as bad as some people make it out to be, you know? Because by doing that, you're sort of subverting expectations, and if your opponent is watching, it'll make it hard for them to read if they're like, wait, no, I didn't anticipate it cutting like that. Even though you probably also didn't anticipate it cutting like that. Unless you did. In which case, props to you. LAO setting out the beginning of their chain, or the full extent of their chain here. Meanwhile, Bemo's got a power 5. It's not too much. LAO could come back from this, but it is pretty high. Yeah. Bemo. Ooh. Back and forth. Back and forth. Let's go. Although it wasn't too much garbage. Got the right pieces just in time. The reds didn't quite connect on Bemo's board. Ooh, got that extension on the tail there. And it's much bigger than what LAO built. Sometimes not having enough room. You've got to move quickly when you lack space. Send off as many small chains as possible, try and even the battlefield, and bury your opponent. That's sort of the best part of it, is instead of just digging your own chain, you're also putting pressure on them to build something soon as a response, instead of letting them make something huge that you can't deal with because it's too big. That chain. Once again, back in the high build, but this time Bemo's got more going on. Anticipated my advice and is just setting off little chains. Oop. See, that was so many Puyos. I expected it to be a much bigger pop than it was. Or garbage send, you know what I mean. Very nice. 3 chains back to back to back from LAO here. It's evened up the playing field a lot. Somebody's got to send something decisive. And LAO is building up a large chain, but didn't get any reds. Nope. Dang. LAO almost had it. I believed. Very nice colors for Bemo. LAO's kind of struggling with the beginning of their GTR. Need some green to get to their chain. Meanwhile, LAO. Ooh. I mean, okay, but that's gonna cut. It's not gonna connect properly. That is something that LAO's been struggling with, is getting something that'll connect past the first few links. They've got the beginning of the GTR down, but once it gets to the tail, kind of gets a bit iffy. Sort of my advice for that is try not to get so hyper-focused on the beginning of the chain and sort of building with Puyos, you need to take into account both colors and not just one of them. So you can't just like focus on the red part of a red and purple chain. You have to know, or Puyo, you have to know that it's also got purples in it, and that is an important part of the piece. Just a nice forward chain harassment is the beginning of their chain, but Bemo doesn't have any way to access their chain, leaving them struggle. Still match point for Bemo. I like the L shape they have. Put some greens on those reds. Yeah, you've got me. Yeah, you heard me. Two-chain harassment making LAO set off their whole thing. No, you put the purples on top of the garbage. Bemo, no! Very nice job. LAO's coming back. Is this the comeback of my dreams? Interesting two-chain on the side there if LAO wants to harass with it. No, opting not to. Opting to just extend. LAO's got like a 6, a 5-chain, but Bemo's got a full thing. Bemo's got a 7-chain. And Bemo takes it. Very nice, very well played from both here. Very interesting chaining.